Hello everyone and welcome back to the FRC Historian. Today we're going to be talking about MARC Monroe 2019. For those of you who didn't know, MARC is a Michigan Advanced Robotics Competition. This has happened every year for quite a few, and this year they split it up into Monroe and Dundee, so this was the very first one, and when the second one is covered, I will cover that for you. Now MARC's always been an interesting robotics competition in the state of Michigan because you see many high-hitting teams compete. Now for a long time, there were some years where it turned out to be like a Michigan IRI, with a lot of the heavy-hitting Michigan teams coming in to compete. Now that's split in two. There's also some great Michigan teams here, and there will be some in the second as well, so it gives it more of a chance for teams to attend MARC, especially if they can't reach one from the other. So now to start off, you may be asking if this competition is Big Bang, because the Killer Bees picked the Offseason demo team 9993 once again, and you'd be right. However, their second pick was 1528, not 313, so I say, although it is eerily similar, the Monroe Trojan Robotics are not the Bionic Zebras, and thus this is a completely different alliance. Now for the second one, 3641 the Flying Toasters, picked 245 the Atombots, and then 5708 as to finish off the second alliance. The third alliance was Cowtown, who picked the Frog Force, and then Frog Force. Alliance 4 was the Dragons, who picked 3538, and then 3322. For the alliance was 2337, the Engine Nerds, who picked the off-season demo team 9998, who I'm sure is 3538's off-season demo team, and then 9994, who is another off-season demo team. Alliance 6 was 4130, the Blue Devils, who picked 1718, the Fighting Pie, and then 1504. Alliance 7 was 240, who picked 51, the Wings of Fire, and 2834, the Bionic Blackhawks. So 240 picked two Michigan Hall of Fame teams. Alliance 8 was 1732, who picked 9991, an off-season demo team, and 4395. Now, if you want to know how the playoffs went, in these playoffs, the Bees in 9993 and 1528 won the first two, getting both ranking points in the first one. Of course, when I say they got ranking points, I do not mean that they got a point bonus. I just mean that this does show you that, yes, they did get the rocket and they did get the climber as well. Just this goes to show that it does show you if they got it or not. Other than that, if you're still asking this is Big Bang, that is a good question, because the first, third, and fourth quarters all ended with red winning in a best of two, and then quarters 2 ended with a best of 3 where blue and then red and then blue won again, with the blue alliance, the fifth alliance going on to win after winning 2 and losing 1. Now for the semifinals, this one's where it's a little bit different, because in the very first match of the semifinals, the Bees, their off-season demo team in 1528, lost the first semifinal against 9998, 2337, and 9994. However, this was short-lived, as the Bees would go on to win the second match by a singular point, and then to win the third match by 10 points, thus guaranteeing them a spot in the finals, whereas the Atombots, the Flying Toasters in 5708, went on to beat Cowtown, the Frog Force, and 4390 in the semis in a best of 3, winning both 2. Now in finals 1, almost a repeat of the semis, the alliance of the Flying Toasters, the Atombots in 5708, did win the first match, but then they ended up losing the second match by 6 points, and then the last match by 30. Crowning the Bees and their off-season demo team at 1528 as the MARC Monroe champions. Thank you all for listening. I know there are some parallels from other competitions. That's just fitting for such a wonderful year of FRC. Thank you all for listening. If you have any ideas, let me know in the comments below.